Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Moving Markets Podcast. It is Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. And if you're on the East Coast, it's way past your bedtime. It's late. Here on the West Coast, it's about 7:45 p.m. I didn't make it to an early morning podcast like I said it was yesterday, and I didn't get a podcast out yesterday at all. And wanted to make absolutely certain that I got a podcast done tonight because we're going to be busy in the morning. This is not going to be a long podcast. I'm not going to, tomorrow morning when I do a podcast, kind of recap what's going on with the markets. We will definitely spend some time tomorrow talking about the CPI report. Even though the government is shut down, this is going to come out tomorrow because they have to have some of this information to be able to calculate some cost of living adjustments for Social Security recipients. I was unaware until a couple of days ago that that was something that they have to do. So in spite of the government being closed, they will do a CPI report tomorrow. The markets are up in aftermarket trading. I hope this continues into the morning, but the only thing that could really shake it or really cause it to be different is if these numbers come in bad. If we get month over month is expected to be the same, year over year, a slight increase. Core is expected to be in line with exactly what it was last month. If they're higher than that, you're going to see a market in a sell-off mode tomorrow. If they're lower than that, I think you're going to see a very strong rally tomorrow. So we'll be watching that closely. As far as our SOS spread trades, there's nothing we need to go over. We got out of our Amazon trade after just a day in it. Our Diamond trade is doing good. Our Palantir trade is doing good. Our NVIDIA trade is doing good. We are looking fantastic on the SOS spread trades. Our trades we'll talk about more tomorrow and into the early part of next week. Triple play trades, we have 3 trades we've got to talk about. I'm actually going to start with Taiwan Semiconductors. So Taiwan Semi, we already had to make an adjustment to it. We have already moved it into an iron condor. We rolled our 285 strikes up to our 280 short puts. We rolled up to 292 50s. Our 305 short calls, we rolled down to 297.50. So we want to finish in between there tomorrow. And if you include the after hours trading, we are in between there right now. Any more movement than that to the upside, I do not think we'll get up to 297.50. Any more movement to the upside that keeps us solidly in here, we'll be in great shape. We can let the whole trade expire worthless. We'll watch that in the morning, see if we need to do anything different. So we should be set on that. We're going to take a small loss on it, but it's going to be a very small loss because we got a credit almost as big as what we paid to get into the trade. So we're kind of sitting good on that one relative to what it could have been. Texas Instrument, we saw TXN. Let me go to a chart right here. We saw TXN report their earnings. A big move to the downside, a move down that would have made us very profitable, except that before the day was over yesterday, it finished back to the upside, and today it went up just a little bit more. So I think Texas Instrument is going to continue this bearish trend after this little dead cat bounce it had today. I think we are going to continue down. That means the likelihood, not a guarantee, but the likelihood is that tomorrow we will roll the short put and the long put. We'll leave them in the same strike prices. We'll roll them out 1 week in expiration. We will take the 185 short call and move it down to probably a 172.50 short call. That is if the stock is trending down tomorrow, going down at all. If the stock is going up and it's going up kind of strong, we'll do the opposite. We'll roll the call side out 1 week, and we'll roll this 165 short put up to a 172.50 short put. I don't want to roll both the short call and the short put unless we're getting a little move to the upside, but not very much, and we feel like we're going to get stuck somewhere in between this 170 and 175. Now, we could end up in between there yesterday, but if we're up or tomorrow, sorry, we could end up in between there tomorrow. But if we're towards the 175 side to the upside, we'll roll the call side out on the trade. If we're down a little bit lower, we'll roll the put side out on the trade. IBM is the other one we got to talk about. IBM is interesting to me, more interesting, because I think it's very likely that we're going to end up rolling the call side of this trade out 1 week and rolling the 275 up to a 280, 250. The reason I think that is this. Taiwan Semi is a little bit hard, or excuse me, Texas Instrument is a little bit harder to figure out, but IBM reported good top line. That means their revenue was good, beat expectations. Good bottom line. That means their profit after all their expenses, their net profit was good, better than expectations. They reported good guidance. They upped their next quarter, I think next year guidance. And all of those should have spelled not a massive downward movement at the open of the market. They should have been up at the open of the market. I would have expected with what they reported that IBM would have been trading up over 300 right at the open. Instead, they dropped way down low at the open part of the market. Try as I wanted, I could not get out with $4.45 or $4.50. The mid price was trading higher than my limit order. My order would not fill. So I got stuck in IBM. And as they gradually, after this drop, they just steadily started climbing. If we looked at their chart over here, where we can take a quick peek, the 1 day intraday chart. I mean, it's the 1 day intraday chart for them is absolutely incredible. They started the day, dropped farther, and then for the next 2.5, 3 hours, just a steady climb up. And then they finished pretty close to, they're pretty close to their high of the day, where when all was said and done, they were right at 285. They only have to go up $5 a share tomorrow for us to be profitable in the trade. So we're going to watch this. They're basically unchanged for all intents and purposes. They're unchanged for the close of the market. So at the open tomorrow, if they are moving up, I'm going to wait a few minutes and watch. I'm going to see if they gain some momentum, if they gain some steam. If the CPI numbers are good and the whole market wants to rally to the upside, this could very easily go over 290, and we could be out of the trade with our full target profit. So we got to be kind of patient on this one. If the CPI numbers are bad and they start to wobble and dip just a little bit, we still might roll the call side out, because I really think that based on what they reported, this is going to end up being an anomaly, and you're going to see a continuation of this trend. Maybe one more slightly off day, but no technical crossover on the RSI, no technical crossover on the 5 and 20-day moving average. I think they're going to continue to go up. So the likelihood is we'll either see a big move up at the open of the market tomorrow and leave the trade alone in the hopes that it closes above 190, or get out with a 40, 50 cent per share profit, or we'll roll the call side out, roll the short put up to a strike price above the long put, and it'll make it really easy for us to get profitable in the trade next week. So for those of you that are in these three trades, any of these three trades or all three of these trades, be watching tomorrow. I will be online at least 30 minutes before the markets open tomorrow. I will be watching this very closely and putting information on Discord to help you with it. Okay. I don't have a lot more than that. I want to get this online as quickly as I can. It's very late out on the East Coast. It's already getting late on the West Coast. I'm going to hurry and get this converted and get it online, and hopefully you'll have a chance to watch it before the markets open tomorrow. A great night. I'll be online tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.